and some of these players on a stage ever. So this is quite the comeback needed, and Maui believes they will. Heading into Anubis, it's a comfortable affair. It's been their home ground.
Yeah, I mean, this is where, if you're ENCE, this is where you have to get the confidence back, is on Anubis, considering the fact that you've beaten ENCE twice on it in your recent series, 16-8, 16-7. Dominant victories from ENCE on Anubis, and they've got to rely on that here to deliver them forward to continue this semi-final series in a third map. We're live into the pistol round. ENCE on the CT side, FaZe attacking into it, and the opening kill goes the way of Madden.
And Twist, he's caught between two players there, so he doesn't want to get involved in that at all. And now we look at Rops accelerating towards A. Oh, what a shot from Diha! The flick up with the Julies. Rops thought he had a chance there, but Diha denies entry.
Yeah, he absolutely did. Shut down oh so quickly, and FaZe whittled down to just 3 players. A good start right now for ENCE. Nerds and Snappy gonna play it passive inside the B bomb site, waiting for the execute. This is the final, last play for FaZe.
Flash is coming in. Nerds not blinded, unfazed by any of them, and now they will begin to blind him. He's under quite a bit of pressure. Bullets coming in, but Snappy and Nerds do not crack. They do not falter, but Carrigan, where's that come from? A double as he pulls himself back into a still very unlikely clutch, but some style points at least.
Yeah, right at the end. Team ace for ENCE, everyone gets 1 kill. Tough for FaZe to find the entry frags onto that bomb site coming in. Good usage of cover from the ENCE defenders. And they'll start this on a positive note. Quick shot from Madden. Diha just barely spotting the head of Rops. And these kills, it all slides away. Second round and FaZe with no bomb plant. They are going to invest, but no rifles on the board. 3 Tech 9s, Deagle, and a P250 to work with. Plenty of nades. And they're going to look towards mid for the opening.
Yeah, they're surging with these Tech 9s right in towards middle, and Carrigan isn't stopping. He plunges himself through the smoke, and Madden, he's under so much pressure from different directions, and Sampaius, well, he's going to make up for it. It looked like FaZe had broken through, but denied any step further.
Yeah, that door closed quick. Sampaius on top of the wall. Diha's playing passively at A in a delay smoke, delay utility, so FaZe is going to have to park themselves behind it and wait a little bit of time to get a clear sight.
They've got a smoke available. They can throw that over to Rops and a flash. The question is, what can they actually make of this?
You have to imagine, use that smoke to create like a little bit of a wall so that Rops with the Deagle can pass behind the pillar and get some deep shots into the bomb site.
Well, Rops, he knows his lineups. He's ready to pass it out. The ENCE have now shifted a second player in, so they've strengthened this defense, and Diha tries to time the spam. Rops is aware that those bullets were likely to come through and realizes it's the A1S, so he doesn't have many bullets in that mag. So now they move through, they seize the gap, and they're deep into the site, in behind the cake, so they can fake the plant, try and draw these fights into them, try and even out those numbers, but eventually you'll just take that bomb plant.
Yeah, that's actually, I mean, it's fine. ENCE is happy to give that one up. They know it's still a huge advantage. 5-on-3, don't lose the weapons as they slink in. 4-on-3. And Diha's just waiting for a glimpse of anyone.
Yeah, Diha's going to move on in. He sees the tip of the Deagle, and it's no issue for those 2 kills to come in. Brokey throws himself into the battle. Will do a lot of damage on Sampaius. He gets 3 in this one. And ENCE do not drop the ball early on Anubis.
Yeah, not bad for FaZe to get a plant in that round, but with only 1 kill, there's not going to be any kind of, not going to be any reason for them to force up and try and apply pressure to the economy. Maybe another half buy coming in from ENCE, maybe another small buy with some upgraded pistols, but shouldn't be seeing the rifles come out just yet. Nicely done from Sampaius to close down middle. And that was a big story out of Mirage as well. The Stars, Sampaius, the second best player in Dallas, a very quiet opening map. Same for Nerds, Star Rifler, a very quiet opening map. ENCE needs them to bounce back if they want to continue fighting in the semifinals.
FaZe clan, no secret where they want to go. Gathered outside, all together. They'll have to challenge Sampaius and Snappy first.
This is a dangerous execute though. Dangerous set piece coming in from FaZe.
And it can be explosive. Full head of steam on this one. The full head taken off the top of Carrigan from Snappy, who switches out to the P250. And FaZe clan get no closer to the site. They'll try their best, but ENCE have the rotations in. The reinforcements were very quick to get to B. There's no issue moving forward for ENCE. It did have some potential to be potent there for FaZe.
Yeah, but none of their strength made it through the smoke. Just slaughtered immediately on the exit on the other side. So 3-0 for ENCE. A good start for them. Op is out in the hands of Sampaius now. AK-47s across the board for FaZe. First gun round underway.
Talk about this in a game of calling and a head-to-head of the IGLs and Mirage. FaZe much more comfortable, Karrigan much more comfortable exploiting the defense of ENCE. But the system is stronger here. You won't be able to see Karrigan manipulate snappies, soldiers and men to the same extent. And they're going to be charging through mid. Karrigan tries to push the issue, but the response is there. You can see already ENCE not letting them through.
Didn't have the timing, didn't want to take the risk, and I think that's a good point to make about Karrigan and Snappy on this map, because Snappy's got his number for sure. ENCE has been able to outcall and work FaZe across this map in all the last 2 engagements they've played. Opening kill provided by Rain.
Yeah, Nerds doesn't handle it this time. So some pious, given the weakness and firepower now left being down a player, he'll now focus towards Dark, and Snappy even thinks about going into it. Oh, it could have been darkness for eternity there for Snappy, but it's about the A play for FaZe, and Madden's gonna see it, but he's not gonna be able to deal with it. What a shot from Brokey over the top of the bricks. And now Twist's his turn, and they realize they haven't seen anybody. They're so far away. It's all about Rain trying to make sure they don't save anything. And Pius was aware of the likelihood that he was still in there. And so patiently awaits Rain and peeks into him. So it's about the save here for ENCE, as FaZe will take it first.
Yeah, nice first round on the board for FaZe. This time drawing them out of the A bomb site. That opening kill from Rain caused Madden to shift out, and no presence as FaZe marched in. And that's kind of the question that FaZe have to answer, is how many times is ENCE going to destroy you on this map before you start to catch on? Before you start to learn and figure out a way to overcome them?
We heard Kadian today saying that it's not easy to play an opponent that you played at the same event or very recently. That's both for FaZe and ENCE, right? Because you look at these two teams, these are two great minds going up against each other, and they played each other at the Major, they played each other here in Dallas. There's not a lot of time between these matchups. 2 best-of-3 series played within 25 days, and FaZe have only managed to win 1 map in that. Now 2 with that Mirage going their way, but ahead of the day, it was only 1 map that FaZe were able to collect.
Yeah, we mentioned kind of a one-sided rivalry budding between these two organizations. Aggression in A main, a change in the defense, a new look for ENCE on Pius with an angle. Ooh, and just a leg shot. Karrigan down to 15, but he hustles back, wants nothing to do with the AWP.
And it's great input of the AWP is there as well, so they know where Pius is being positioned.
Pius is going to activate Diha to grab some information. Here's the flashbang, here's the push. Through the end of the Molotov, sees nothing. That'll allow Pius some confidence to start shifting towards middle. Madden some confidence about shifting deeper towards the B bomb site.
No one plays for info on that flash forward through B. ENCE don't know how many FaZe players are currently approaching this B site, but they know there's a lack of presence on other areas of the map, and here come the smokes that will signal.
There's a counter Molotov from Madden, perfectly timed. Gonna buy them 5-6 seconds.
FaZe, once those mollies start to fade away, they need to turn their legs, they need to get into the site. And quite the defense posted, but Rain will start to burn it away. He melts Snappy in his position, and Nerds, so much pressure for him, and he's standing up this time. He failed a few rounds ago, and he gets a double. Good output, and 25 seconds. FaZe have still broken through. They've still managed to get that bomb down.
Diha on the flank in canals is massive. Karrigan's going to meet up with them, and this battle is everything. Can Diha be patient? Pius and Madden, if they can find 1 kill, it might open up the opportunity for Diha to swing.
Diha begins to move in. He has the health advantage, but Karrigan just needs to land the headshot, and he'll do exactly that.
They have no utility. This round might just be lost. I don't think ENCE can do it.
They're still trying, they're still committed. They have to fight, and Madden will do that on Karrigan. Wins his draw, and now Pius, the foot up. He got double peek from 2 sides, and you can know where the 2 players are. But as you said, no smokes, no opportunity here for Madden. Get out of there. And with that damage done, he might even go down, but he gets into the water, he swims away, and he manages to keep at least something up for ENCE. The FaZe are looking different today. Couple of rounds picked up on Anubis. And we know already this is going to be a different matchup. This isn't going to be a walk in the park for ENCE.
No, and I mean, now they have an issue as well. Money's starting to run low as they drop weapons across to each other. This is going to be the last buy before FaZe is able to break them. If they can just win this third round in a row, ENCE will be out of funds, and then it gets difficult. Snappy knew he was going to go down, no smoke to extinguish the Molotov. That's the opening. That's the opening kill provided once again by Rain. An all-important round number 6. And Sun Pius is chunked down by nades and fire. 39 HP as he retreats through the double doors.
Jihad decides they need more control. They cannot let FaZe take this A main area. Throws the deep smoke out, hops up on the table for a moment. But Rain has been a menace. In towards Canal, fighting dark. And if Snappy decides to go and take that fight, Rain was ready, but he's now fallen away because he's needed elsewhere. He's needed for this flash.
Delayed by a Molotov. Diha to defend against it. And his smoke is going to negate the idea. Sun Pius coming to investigate with an op, but Rain's holding it. Rain, who once again is going to deliver. What a series Rain is putting together today.
And now they pop into A. Now they attack to Diha, and he's monstrous on the double hold. But now Madden realizes he's being split. He's done a lot to stay alive, and he's drawing their attention. He's pulling them towards him, and suddenly just twists, and he cannot turn quick enough. Oh, that is much better on the A hold. That is much better from ENCE.
Yeah, the FaZe really forcing that idea. They were stuck into it the whole round, just waiting for a smoke to fade. And a critical round for ENCE to win as they can continue buying. They don't get reset. It's FaZe who have to start worrying about their cash flow.
That looks so good for them. But Rain really is sort of mastering that area. They've tried a couple of aggressive moves. They tried to peek him. He's never found in the same spot consistently. And Sun Pius, he wants to challenge. He wants to go for a little fight. And there's no Rain this time because FaZe are gathering the majority of their forces outside of this A site. Karrigan will try and fake out a B play because they ran this in the low buy in the previous round. The previous time they had these Tech 9s, he's trying to pull the rotation and leave a gap. But Sun Pius is seeing Rain, and now it's sort of fizzling out. There is no sting to this attack from FaZe anymore.
There's still twists. And we know what he can do. We've seen him recover plenty of rounds for FaZe. Missed the timing as the smoke plumes. And they're just going to come right through it. They're not giving up anything. They're going to go fight D at the opening kill, trade it off. But Madden's here, and Madden's going to handle business.
That round did not go as planned for FaZe, but ENCE are starting to get comfortable. And all it took was a Diha hold with Madden on A when FaZe barreled back after Rain got that advantage 2 rounds ago. It was looking fantastic for the T-sided start. But ENCE starting to get a lot more into this. And a buy is coming for FaZe, so a timeout taken.
You can see how much more comfortable they feel, though. When FaZe rattles off a couple rounds in a row, they don't shatter. They don't fall apart like they did on Mirage. Able to fight back here on Anubis. Loving this map lately in this matchup. You still have to worry about Rain, though. Still, you know, obviously the Mirage he had was incredible. Still here on Anubis as well. Very early on, he's 4-1 in opening duels. He's been such a menace to start rounds for FaZe, and it's actually impressive considering that he's been able to get 4 openings on them in the 7 rounds played, and ENCE is still able to nurse this 5-2 lead.
The battle resumes. Sun Pius, a different position taken to open the round. He'll be playing mid, and here's another one of Rain's little tricks. He's around the smoke, doesn't see anything, doesn't see any aggression or peek, so feels comfortable to move a little further towards the dark entrance. They don't want to give FaZe this mid control. That is something that FaZe played around before. Wanting to get the mid control on this T side. ENCE denying access, but Karrigan is persistent. We know that about him and his career. He's persistent as he walks into Sun Pius. And final warning is given that towards Karrigan. He's slapped away.
Well, Rops being an aggressor towards A, Rain being an aggressor in dark. Oh, Rops can't handle the jump up. Good job from Diha. And once again, control of A main is secured by ENCE, which shrinks the map massively for FaZe.
Look at the CT setup, so passive. So Rain, oh, they've got to wait for the aggression. Snappy just walks into it. Rain got himself out just at the right time. And if he can find another 1v1 fight, if he can somehow isolate this fight versus Nertz, then maybe there was something to be had, but Nertz does very well, and now it's just Twist and Brokey making their way through middle. Deha knows now exactly where they're coming from, but that doesn't matter when a bullet comes your way.
And Madden's out of position. He was caught in a rotation, so we can't get back to actually stop this. He's just here to help recover. There's a chance, a slim chance in this 2-on-3.
Yeah, he gets Heaven at the right time. He can deny the bomb plant. There it is. Assassination. Second kill in. Madden pushes him into the ground. And ENCE, they are loving it now.
Starting to feel good. The first signs of life out of ENCE today in these semifinals. We love to see it. And without a plant, FaZe, another failure in this round. We'll have to consider what they can scrape together. Tech 9's coming out, upgraded pistols coming out for FaZe, and that's it.
FaZe just trying to spread out and take fights at the start of this, and when those fights start to go the other way, pulling the ridiculous rounds off and 3 versus 5s becomes so unlikely.
This feels like Rops and Brokey are going to try and execute a fake. Meanwhile, Kerrigan, Twist, and Raid are going to attack. Just as this execute is happening, it's pulled Snappy away. The rest of the defense is over in dark. Nertz caught off guard, and Sampayas has an up. The worst weapon to recover. Good tracking, but Brokey's just behind him.
And Snappy, players just got behind him. Behind the cave is Kerrigan, deep already. Twist gets that information passed on, and he'll switch his transition of focus over there. And Kerrigan is so deep here, but he doesn't have the weapon. If he had had a better weapon, truly would have sent Deha packing. But now that you know how deep the FaZe players are, you just don't even want to try for this. You don't even get close to the site. So keep those rifles. FaZe break through.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, it happens so quickly, but I was going to say, we heard Snappy talking about, he knows how FaZe like to play. They take a lot of individual fights, they spread out, and then when that goes wrong, they like to execute. They have these little pocket strats they can throw in, and this is exactly one of those that worked out so nicely.
This is a beautiful call from Kerrigan. I mean, that fake, that was sold so well. Just a set piece towards the A bomb site. Utility thrown by 2 players. Pulls a rotation away. That defense was perhaps the worst call that it could have been. 2 players huddled up in dark, a lot of room for the B attack, and everything just worked perfectly for FaZe in the round.
FaZe up. Round 10. And money available for both teams thanks to FaZe on that Twist entry. And when you create so much confusion, you can see opportunities opening up for the likes of Brokey there, who catches some pies in an awkward spot.
Yeah, it was only Rops being committed. Brokey coming back just ruined Sampayas' day. Looked like he might have had an advantage in the second fight that was coming, but he never got a chance for it. Gun round now, and AWP is in the hands of Brokey on the T side.
FaZe can slow this down. Yet to see the gun rounds in recent times. Reap a lot of success for FaZe. Rops has been losing this fight towards A against Deha. Get him in towards A main. And this fight comes in again. Rops will win it. This time Deha unaware. Rops is so silently taking his position that Deha walks in completely unsuspecting.
Yeah, but ENCE is calling the bluff. ENCE isn't shifting anyone over to the A-bomb site. Deha was the only player there. The fact that they're not moving, they're not rotating, oh, that's going to be really tough for FaZe to read. And an almost identical round to just the one previously that FaZe wins with pistols. This time, Nertz wins out against Rain and Snappy, and now Sampayas shut it down emphatically.
What a call to not rotate. What a call not to adjust the defense. Rops runs down, but Nertz says no. No passing through the water. 7 rounds for ENCE, no issue.
And that's one that'll make Kerrigan scratch his head in this battle of in-game leaders that we've kind of painted. That's gonna leave Kerrigan saying, why were there 4 people here? Why did nobody leave once we killed Deha?
Perhaps now FaZe will attempt to pressure A a little further. Tech 9s for Rain and Brokey. 3 AK-47s, and they feel like even on the low buys, they've been able to get through B, so maybe that's the call again here for FaZe. Maybe they can execute on this B site, and just with some speed, they can overwhelm the defense.
Let's see. Snappy and Nertz are separated, different positions. They're not going to be able to help each other out too much. Nertz is going to have to be concerned about canals. And here it comes, so Snappy counter utility and the attack is underway.
Oh, Carrigan, hot feet, doesn't care, keeps moving forward. Nertz will do his best in this defense. It's holding water. This is holding the flood of FaZe players with absolutely no issue. They try to attack B, but it ends in misery.
My word, Madden was on his horse. Madden arrived so quick, but it's the Snappy double kill that seals things. And Rops has 15 health. It's just a matter of time.
You can see what we're getting to the bottom of the barrel here for FaZe's T side and some of the options they can go to. When you say that you haven't been preparing as much as you would usually for other events and you're feeling that burnout and you want to go back to the basic style of CS and back to these fundamentals, when you're playing a new map like Anubis that ENCE put so much into, to find answers on the T side when they figure you out, you can see how difficult it is for Carrigan. There's no solutions coming forth here. It's just little patches of form coming in, you know, they get through the B side, Twisted Tech9 unleashes, but it isn't consistent. It's not a system designed to get a lot out of this first half.
They've got time to recover it. Rops is obviously, as we can see, just saving this AK-47. He's got 2,200 in the bank, so can replenish utility as well. All right, well, while we kind of wait for this round to end, hear a lot of shouting out in the crowd.
A lot of woos.
Dallas, how's DreamHack been treating you? How's IEM been treating you? Good job from Snappy inside of the bomb site. ENCE up by 5 is gonna force a timeout from Carrigan and FaZe as Coach Robin gets involved in the talk. Words for the boys to try and spur them forward. 4 rounds remaining in this first half.
There's lots to figure out because you don't have a lot of resources to put into this one. You don't have the cash. You don't really have necessarily all the weapons you even want to bring. And for ENCE, grand finalists in Dallas last year, they want to fight for that chance again. They want to fight to get back to the final. With a full roster this time. Bringing Nertz, bringing some Pius into the mix. As we begin our next round of play, this FaZe clan with 1 AK for Rops, 2 Tech9s, and 2 Deagles. Now they have been able to win with the weaker guns with no issue. This might be a different story. Rops boosted up on top.
Ooh, good nade. Good nade to chunk down multiple members of FaZe. Dia's gonna back off, as his teammate Madden slid away as well. Not wanting to mess with the mid-pressure they could feel coming.
Carrigan willing to throw his body into play just to get that space and creates an avenue of approach here for FaZe.
Smoke and 2 flashes. Twist is gonna use that smoke to drop right on top of Dia's position, open up the avenue to split and wrap around the A bomb site.
He's holding the molly though. That will stop them from getting into the A connector quickly. And so you can't pounce on this play. You can't use that smoke to just dive down into the A site. And this time taken, you're actually seeing Madden push a little further towards A. He wants to fight on rain, but here comes the pistol swinging on by. Past the scope, they're actually going into the temple. And while Diha prays, he holds. It's 2 again. Here's the output. Madden gets aggressive, too aggressive. Rain waits for it, and FaZe have suddenly found a chance. Rain goes back again. And the Nertz aggression. Oh, it hurts. It hurts completely. And just Snappy. Suddenly FaZe find a gap. They find a way again. In the most unlikely of rounds with the weakest weapons.
They force a mistake. Madden jumped on that way too early and way too over-eager without clearing corners. What a disgusting turnaround. And FaZe find 4 in an unlikely, a 3 versus 5 where Diha got the opening 2 kills.
What a sick call that is though, because it looks like the whole play is set up to try and get through a connector. But they realize when that molly comes in from Diha, there's no chance that you're getting through. You can't get Rain out A main, so they change it. They take the risk to go through the smoke into Temple, and that was just so sick. Diha, he does actually very well to get a double, but when you've only got the M4, you don't have a lot of ammo in that. So he does all that he can. It's down to the rest of his teammates to step up from that point, and a mistake came in, unfortunately, there for Madden.
Yeah, that push for Madden, this is so ill-advised. That's so much fear for some reason. When you've been able to hold the bomb sites, you don't need to jump on the rotation that aggressively. And that knocks ENCE a little bit off balance. Timeout taken FaZe can still turn this into a very good half if they can get this up to 7. Saul calming the boys down.
Those details, those moments, those lack of composure sessions, they're what give FaZe Clan the extra rounds, the opportunities to make this first half more and more competitive. And if you're ENCE, you want to leave this half with as many as possible. Sure, you're leaving already with the round advantage at a minimum, but you know what FaZe Clan can do on the stage? You've witnessed that, you've felt what that feels like over a Mirage. You've been smacked in the face, you're probably only recovering from the whiplash from map 1. Don't let it slip now.
Oh, round 13. We've all been there.
A little bit of team shanking happening.
We've all been on both sides of that exchange.
That's the Madden punishment for the mistake in the last round.
Exactly. Gotta learn somehow.
Sampaius, he's going for the aggressive peek out of B, and it works. Twist completely caught, just walking back, a risk taken. And a kill found, and the advantage locked in for ENCE.
We haven't seen that kind of a peek from Sampaius too much in this game. Well, Brokey's gonna do his best to respond. Likewise, trying to find an angle to peer for a long time into this A bomb site. Kerrigan finds the equalizer. That's gonna force a shift. That's gonna force a peek that finds Brokey. Rops slides in, but Madden is still here.
Rain is so far away from Rops. Rain is so far away from Rops, and the commitment to the plant that is wild. Madden's gonna win the round now. He can just defuse. Rain is so far away. The defuse will happen. Nertz gets the information. Rain is gonna try with a molly. He'll send it in, but the defuse has already happened, and Nertz comes around the back to get that final kill. Ooh, a little shaky, a little disjointed that.
I think Rops just felt like he had to take that moment. He had to take that risk to get in with Rain being so far away. He just had to say, you know what, if there's not a player here, I can get this down and I can have some time, and maybe I can allow Rain to get involved in the action. Good play from Madden, though, wrapping around the smoke, and ENCE recover. They don't drop too many, 9-4. Op still on board for both teams. Money hasn't really been an issue.
It's nice to see Sampaius go and take a risk on the opener. He's trying it again, this time on the polar opposite end of the map. He's deep towards A main looking for that pick, and he's not alone. He has got Diha with him. And you know it's been Rops here in the default alone, just trying to take control as he drops down from Rugs. He needs to be very careful because the scope of Sampaius, if it's given an inch, it will take that full mile, and the flash setup is fantastic from Madden. That will allow Diha the easiest kill of the game.
Yeah, that's nice. They've actually, ENCE has been finding ways in this on the CT side to be aggressive and find some opening kills. We just saw the peak from Sampaius in the previous round at B, now towards A. And Rain's gonna be blocked off by smoke. Kerrigan's found some standing in middle with Brokey in support. But Sampaius watching from a distance.
Once they've got into this position, they have shown in this half already that they can seize that opportunity, seize that gap. The flash was so good. But Sampaius, he does not falter.
However, I don't know if he spotted Kerrigan getting across. He'll probably have called it out that it's possible. But that B defense has to be a little bit cautious.
He's going forward. Sampaius isn't going to sit back and idly watch as you move forward. He wants to take the fights. He wants to bring the fight to you. And Diha will do the same. A confident round from ENCE.
Kerrigan's just been waiting for rotations that don't come due to his teammates going down and creating nothing. 22 seconds on the clock, and Kerrigan is being boxed in. Snappy's gonna meet him all the way at the back of middle and an easy kill. Double digits for ENCE.
Only a single player falls in the round as well, so great job just across the board. No weaknesses in that defense, and here it goes. Final round of this first half, and FaZe will muster together what they can. But this is that opening move. Great to see. There's a lot of tricks that ENCE have up their sleeve on the CT side, and I love how dynamic they've been using that off, getting Sampaius all over the show.
Rain was 4-1 in opening duels going into like round 8, and he's still at the very same scoreline. He is, for all the success that he's had in these opening engagements, he's really kind of pumped the brakes on how often he wants to get involved early. Some of that is ENCE taking the opportunity away by being aggressive themselves.
And here comes that aggression right through dark, and Nertz sends them into pure darkness, knocks their lights out, and Snappy fends off this final B movement, the final move in this half for FaZe's T side. It's just Brokey. The nades come through, and he realizes his time is numbered. What a half, what a recovery. And our predictions of ENCE bouncing back on Anubis have come absolutely true. 11-4 as they exit the first half.
She ain't ready for the edge. He be riding on the wave. I ain't got a lot to say. Mine's heavy, give me space. Time's ready, let me blaze. Spend money, what a waste. Time's money, money pays. You ain't ready for the edge. She ain't ready for the edge. Now that's how they're gonna back and I'm backing it up and they're ready to blow. I remember doing these with Deji from the street, they left me on my own. Mom kept asking me about how I got to be, I told her leave it, mama grown. Then they're ringing up my phone. Then they're ringing up my phone. Time changed, but mine's made though. I ain't got line patience. Tried then, don't like it. Just come close, but swear that. When goes with the hurt pack, never boast loud, get a better whack to my condo where I bear tracks with the gang. Catch that for the gram, snap that for the man. These girls to the most, no money in the hand. I ain't never had to feel away, right steady in the field away. Occupation make it either way, never worry cause I can. Back chat from the white gang, took charge when they sack man. Passport when I'm master, works best when I'm this must be a main track. Stop me the man plan, my team never lied down. Due to visit from the facts man, he be riding on the wave. I ain't got a lot to say. Mine's heavy, give me space. Pine's ready, let me blaze. Spend money, what a waste. Time's money, money pays. You ain't ready for the age. She ain't ready for the age. He be riding on the wave. I ain't got a lot to say. Mine's heavy, give me space. Pine's ready, let me blaze. Spend money, what a waste. Time's money, money pays. You ain't ready for the age. She ain't ready for the age. Fake clothes, same watch, fake crap, same fuck, same squad, same love, squad flop, ain't what I want, ain't what. Don't stop, we be leveling, proceeds increase heavily. Don't need this man's energy. I be the one, be the one. I don't make the song to make the song, but the vibe is right. The mic will let me onto the side of the line. The vibe is strong in the line. Hit me first before I'm gone. I am straight sicker with the word play. Syllables when I don't fit you when I work. Straight when I move forward when I work. They fuck when you think I'm a work rate. Celebrate wins like a birth. This is 3-6, got a mean list of the tracks. You man busy sleeping when I brainstorm as I plan. Big time on the underground. I don't even have to ask. Miss laughing with my brother now. I ain't talking about that. Catch up when he ends. Snapshot with the fam. KO with a madness. Back soon going ham. Come see how we ride out. Short chain with a smile brow. Been blazed for a while now. Stay ready for the jab. He be riding on the wave. I ain't got a lot to say. Mine's heavy, give me space. Pine's ready, let me blaze.
Any fears of ENCE not showing up in this semi-final from the first map? Well, they have been dispelled. It's now 11-4 in favor of ENCE. A fantastic first half showing as we head to Anubis. And this comfortability of the system and how they play this map, Jason, has allowed Nerds and a couple of the others like Sampaius to actually get into this game.
It's allowed everyone to get into the game in a way that they didn't have in Mirage. Individually, all 5 players delivering. 14 kills for Nerds at the top of the scoreboard, 11 from Adam at the bottom of the ENCE scoreboard. Everyone chiming in when required. Now all they have to do is close it out. 5 rounds away. Oh my good God.
That's explosive from Sampaius. I'll kick off this first kill of the second half.
I mean, you can kind of line this one up at the moment in terms of ENCE winning the pistol round, and this is the red carpet's laid out.
They haven't given themselves a lot of room to play with FaZe, and at the start of the game, we were given a lot of signs of competitiveness, but ENCE were able to figure it out quite quickly.
A little bit of a footstep given by Diha. Actually causes the defense to get a little bit nervous. They pause. It looked like they were going to start shifting and pushing forward.
Yep, reactive here from FaZe, but it's all going to be down to this B play. And that means we're looking at you, Carrigan.
Good luck.
We're looking at what Carrigan can get out of this USP. Flashes into the sky. Carrigan takes the first, but that is all he will find. Nerds razor sharp in reply. And a commitment to the plant, that is the pistol.
I don't even know if, I mean, it looks like they're going to try and go for it. It's still early on in the bomb plant, see what they can get. Smoke down towards B main. It better be all headshots. They better be quick as well. There's no kits. That was a good start from Brokey.
Sampaius once again chimes in this round as though Twist is back. And when Twist is around, you can never count him out. The USP has got them into a favorable position. Time is ticking. Nerfs with a smoke. Brokey runs right at him. He's out of ammo. The knife. Oh, so close. Nerds, his heart must be pounding out of his chest, but he turns around in time. Oh my goodness.
7 HP remaining after the stab.
Oh, a little chuckle, a release of energy. Because that was something. That was real madness.
Oh, Rops used everything. Empties the magazines. Huge. 12-4. Smiles even on the faces of FaZe. They're getting demolished here on Anubis in the same way they did it to ENCE on Mirage. The favor is being returned.
A play being lined up by Snappy. FaZe will throw whatever reaction they have available to them. They'll throw that fire out to slow them down, but eventually those resources will dry up. And ENCE are going to respect it. They respect that utility thrown down, and it's probably in their best interest. There's 3 players set up inside of the A site. Although they don't know it, pressuring towards B is certainly the better call here. Rain sets up his own smoke, tries to play with a gap, but Snappy is wise to the trick. Goes in, wins that fight, and now Carrigan is spread thin, so he has to call for that rotation back from Brokey. Now Carrigan realizes you just can't sit back, you've got to go and fight. Sunpias is in position to trade.
Yeah, good trade, good spacing as well. Brokey's gonna step in next. Sunpias is so ready for that one. 17 kills now on Sunpias as he shoots up the scoreboard. 17 on Nertz as well. We mentioned a quiet first map from the ENCE Stars. Well, here on Anubis, they've been very loud.
Now, this is a completely different occasion. Semi-final is a tale of 2 sides. Mirage and Anubis, both one-sided. It'll all come down to this decider. It's going to be Ancient as that 3rd map. And it is looking almost sure to come through.
Nine-round lead now as the bomb goes off. Madden on a hunt.
Oh, that's the Galil. Oh. Turn just the right time.
Yep, got a dink. Not strong enough to take him down. But ENCE can see the finish line ahead. They can see Ancient in the distance. 3 more rounds needed. And FaZe know it as well. They know the situation has gotten desperate. A force buy. They know they're so far back, they have to start putting rounds on the board if they want to even think about a comeback. FAMAS is picked up on Twist and Carrigan. Brokey with the scout is going to miss a chance, and it's all at Robs. First kill delivered, but traded off immediately.
Madden moves forward to try and seize the gap in mid. And he sees that no one is here, so he's very deep without them realizing.
Here's those footsteps too. He's going to be calling that out. That Brokey just shifted over and rotated. Doesn't know who or what weapon it's carrying, but that's definitely a 2nd player to align at the A site.
But the bomb now focuses to B. Once again, Snappy will try and get through dark.
Well, the problem is if Snappy's not successful, Sunpias has no HP. He actually can't take that fight. So utility to try and pull Brokey out in the open in a very narrow miss. Madden's lucky to be alive. And once again, ENCE shifting.
Is Carrigan about to come through the smoke? He is, and Nertz will turn. The flash comes through, it's ineffective because Nertz was already so deep. So that hasn't worked. The relief for FaZe is not being felt. They're going to bring Brokey over on the rotate to B.
Yeah, but ENCE doesn't really know where they want to end quite yet, and actually this is dangerous. FaZe is actually stacking this. Twist is here now as well.
Brokey spots out the B main play, and all it takes is a shot from the Flying Scoutsman. Madden charges in, the AK's recovered this. Brokey will do what he can, and they are low on a couple of players, but they're slithering away. They do not want to go anywhere near Brokey as he switches out to the FAMAS, but the ball will go down on A.
If he can fund Sunpias quick, if he can turn this to a one-on-one quick, oh, that would be everything. Brokey's got a real chance at this. Plenty of time left in the ball, but he has out.
Oh, no, he gets the gun! Sunpias doesn't get it in time, and now Brokey is on for this. Laser-like shots so far, and Snappy, he's posted in A-man all the way far away. Brokey's got so many positions to clear, and he doesn't have a kid on his back.
The crowd wants it.
And so does Brokey, but the plant is planted perfectly for Snappy in this exact position, and he is not going to fall for it. He knows that Brokey's going to fake first. He's going to swing into the fight, and Snappy confidently clutches it out. Brokey makes a meal of it, but Snappy does not let it happen.
Really smart, intelligent play from Snappy to just bide his time. It might be assuming there's a tap, but also a force buy like this from FaZe. And you can make the educated guess that a kit won't be one of the resources they brought in. He knows it would be a long defuse, had a few more seconds to stall out Brokey. Okay, I like that. The ENCE fans finally with something to cheer about. They've got a 3rd map coming.
You cannot go without talking about Twist and how quiet the performance has been on this map from him. Only managed 4 kills so far. We talked about the impact he's been able to get here in Dallas. To go missing here on the stage in the second map, it's going to be frustrating to him, but FaZe will just have to put this one out of their mind and refocus going into map 3. They will send Brokey up on top of this boost. ENCE are around the corner with multiple players. Here comes that util. Brokey descends just at the time they move.
Oh, and Rain trying to make a run for it. Trying to do anything to give his team an advantage. Good find from Brokey, good flash from Kerrigan, and he's going to stand tall.
Yeah, Brokey's so many angles to worry about, and he doesn't get anything from any of them. And now Rops is far back, but there's about Twist, and he finally comes to light, comes to action, denies that bomb plant. Still quite a bit of time for ENCE to try and recover, but now they realize they've got to deal with two sides to this attack. And while they do it, it's 15. And that is map point locked in for ENCE. Not only that, but it's more symbolic than that. It's a lifeline in the playoffs. And a statement that they are not going to go down without a fight here. They are coming back in a big way.
They've been so composed and so confident across this whole map, and you can see it in this round, sending people forward, but spacing is tough for FaZe to read. Confident to sit back and just find the follow-up kills, supportive elements as FaZe stream in. And this map has been a battle cry from ENCE that they want that grand finals. They want a second crack at it. They failed in the grand finals last year. They want to recover. They want to win it this time around to make up for 2022.
That will have to wait at least a round longer, because this is an iron hole from FaZe. One of the most convincing rounds we've seen from them, and of course it comes as soon as you hit 15.
Yeah, well, there's a little economic reset here for ENCE as they finally run out of funds, so this one might trickle on a little bit longer. ENCE would have to win 11 rounds straight to take us into overtime, and that just doesn't seem possible with the way Snappy is calling, with the way Sun Pius is playing, the way Nertz is playing.
And the investments in this round are just a D goal for Snappy, a P250 for Nertz, and it is so great to see Nertz actually get some legs under him, because Mirage, he tried a lot of aggressive maneuvers, he tried to just play as he would in any other game and did get punished by Rops quite a bit, so for him it must be a big relief to actually get something done here on Anubis.
Yeah, wonderful, and when talking about his inexperience, to be able to bounce back in the fashion that he has into Anubis is something that can sometimes be very tough for the newer players to the big stage, but he's handled it very, very well. We'll have eyes on him on Ancient as the third and deciding map as soon as we get there.
Pius locked in now. Brokey doesn't care that he's taking some damage. He's still emboldened to take that fight. Moves forward and gets the second kill around for FaZe, and ENCE are just seeing if there's any sort of weakness, and there isn't. The bomb's up in the rugs. There's no way really for that to break through. Twist is tasked with focusing on the A connector walk, and Rops has his backside. It's just Madden. No bomb in his hands, no dream, no chance, and it's 6 rounds for FaZe. They will prolong this game. And now the money returns for ENCE. So back to the rifles and a chance to close in this one.
Round 22. Good utility, double up setup for FaZe. Rops with one at the A bomb site. Brokey takes his towards middle. And Brokey will see nothing. Kerrigan, however, might be first contact. Flashbang takes him off the angle. Nertz never spotted him close to the left. Defensive smoke deployed for Kerrigan to stall out and allow those ops to get to work.
D-Hop burned away. Not allowed access just yet. We'll have to respect that, and the smoke comes in too. Snappy had the flash ready to go. FaZe will delay their plans. Or will they? D-Hop's fine, moving through on the smoke fade. He timed that to perfection, in fact, with the smoke fade of the T side, and he wanted to catch Rops, perhaps sleeping a little bit, but Diha doesn't get that kill, and now Rops is locked in that Diha is in that corner, so he's not going to let him out. He's trapped, but it does make Rops focused on this side of the map as ENCE go elsewhere. And they're going to try and get through Dark. They're going to try as they might. Rain with just one on the CT side. Snappy comes in, leading them to victory here on Anubis. It's a 3 versus 2. Rops will keep the dream up, and so will Proki on the rotation back in. Sends the nade deep, but Madden catches him, and now it is just Rops.
Swapping out to a rifle left in spawn. 1v2, he does have a kit. He's got a Molotov to work with as well. That can go down to Snappy's position. With 19 HP, he wouldn't be able to challenge the Flames.
Oh, and so the Flames go in. Will they spread? Will they tickle away Snappy from life? But they won't. They won't go deep into Dark, of course, and so Rops has to try and force them to fight him. They have to force him to peek, and with Snappy gathering info that he's not sticking it, Rops has to go into that fight, and he wins the first one. Now he's sticking it, now he's holding it, and the swing comes in. ENCE will confirm victory here on Anubis. They're back in a big way, and the dream reignites for a grand final showing in Dallas, back to back.